Alrighty, hello chat. How are we doing today? I hope we're all doing well, because today is the final day of DAK time. DAK shirt looks good, thank you. Yes, don't worry, we're not flipping to the Jad or anything. I just haven't worn the Jad shirt in a while, so figured I would throw it on. We have very simple task for today. All we have to do is fight the command again, probably twice, and become the number 3 great power, which means we need to start expanding outside of the Serpent Spine, most likely, to be able to get the development that we need. We'll see how it goes. I mean, hopefully, adjust my mic. Hopefully we can take an institution early to help boost our great power status up and kind of boost up temporarily. But in order to do that, we're going to need to move quickly to get the rest of our missions done, because it's the last mission that we need is to be 3rd great rating power. So we'll see how it goes. Hello, Meister Antho, Tavarna, Andy Durr, Edelbeck, Alexander the Great, Nidius, Marka Bark, Teenage Anarchist, okay, Ramatis. Hope you're all doing well today. Did I miss someone? Did I miss Andy Durr? Did I say hello? If I didn't, I'll say hello again. I don't know. I have a brain the size of a goldfish. The drip, that's right. The drip, the Jad drip. You have to rep the Jad sometimes. Buvari is a very lovely time of the year. Why not make a little trip and conquer it? I mean, I was thinking about conquering stuff that like Jad owns in Rahen, but then I have to defend it from the command, which, to be fair, I'm not like totally against. We just need development, is what it comes down to. Lots and lots of development. Amar, it's time for your 5th worth of command. Oh, yes, honey. Okay. We'll go fight the command again. It's fine. We only have to make sure that the Oni don't exist anymore. Hey, Mortalis, how you doing? Yeah, we have to remove the Oni from existence, at least their tag. We can just accept the ogres. And we need a bunch of development. Really, it's that bunch of development that's going to be difficult for us. Maybe not difficult, but it's going to cost a lot of points. Luckily, DAK is now a 666 ruler, so I think we just focus admin for the rest of the game and just expand where we can. Out into Bulwar, you know how it is. Bulwar is easy conquering time. But we could also just sit and develop as well. I think we're going to have a harder time developing than we are conquering, most likely. It's just the other great powers won't stop growing. True, exactly. So we just have to expand faster. We have to do it faster than they will. And I'm proud of us for where we're at, since we've had to spend so many damn Monarch points to get here. They were all caught up on tech. They started Tech 3. They didn't have to develop an extra institution. They didn't have to become a Lich. And now we're here, and we're like, okay, well, now we have to try and catch up. Taking Bulwar with lower dart tax? True. We have a force limit of about 500,000 now. So we're definitely looking better on that front. We're going to need to build another cannon stack, I think, in order to deal with the command. We need to siege more. And I don't want to spend points on like magical domination every time, because that's a lot of points that we've been spending. It's funny. It's good if we need to do it, but it's also okay just to siege it down. Take Jazzland and Rahen would give you a buffer to your Serpent Spine forts. Yeah, but I don't actually mind the command sitting on my Serpent Spine forts, because they take a lot of attrition. A lot. I was looking at it before stream here. The command has lost the most amount of troops in the world to attrition, and in general. We've lost the most amount of troops in battle. Go figure. I think we've lost like the 3rd or 4th most, but we've bled them out of hobgoblins. I'm not sure how there's a single hobgoblin left in the world. I'm pretty sure they would have all died on our forts, but they still got them. They also have the most amount of troops. True. Though I think we have a pretty equal number of troops at this point, but to really siege down the command, you need more troops, because they're just going to walk around with 200,000 troops, and if you're not prepared to fully reinforce with everything you have, you're going to have a bad time. Very, very bad time. How was everybody's Mondays? Celtics got the W. They won the championship. Huge Massive W for the Celtics. L for the Mavericks. This is basketball. If you don't know, if you don't care, that's fine. I understand. But that was pretty good. I watched All Quiet on the Western Front again yesterday. Yeah, it's just basketball. Professional basketball, NBA. It would have been fine if they have a fort line you could hold, but yeah, because they just have independent forts dotted around. It's really difficult for us to really just keep pushing them forward, which is what Undead Army needs. Just lots of forts. Yeah, I mean that's really all it is. Don't care for basketball, but my Vienna Vikings won against Berlin Thunder at home. That was wild. American football, but in Europe. Ooh. You're letting American football get a grip on you? Be careful. They got lots of money. Once you let them in, you can't get them out. Watching European Football Championship parallel to your stream right now. Well, who do we want to win? Who's the good guys here? The army we're dying is only temporary and soldiers are literally disposable. Has high casualty count. Yeah, I know. Weird. Twix does not open the praise the cube option. We can praise the cube for free. We don't need to spend the points. We just say praise the cube. Working for one of Europe's best American football clubs. So you're a spy, is what you're saying. You're a spy working for the Americans. Thank you for your service. EU football fans rage always end the day thanking God these events aren't hosted in your country. Funny. Hey, Fallen Heart, how you doing? Leave me leader. You can't ask to be a leader early. You have to wait until I ask for leaders, and then there's a chance that you might get one. Rugby better than American football? I never really paid much attention to rugby. I had a buddy in college that played rugby. It wasn't really a buddy. It was more like just a guy that lived on the same floor as me. Weird guy, but he really loved rugby. He had a great time. But I just never really got into it. But I'm not a big football fan either, so that probably is just part of it. I'm not really a big baseball fan either. I mean, I watch basketball sometimes. Not often, but I'll watch championships. I'll watch the Super Bowl probably. You know, just things that you do because other people are doing them. Watch sumo. Yeah, I've never been big into wrestling either. It sounds like I don't like sports, but I do. I don't really care to watch them. It's a lot of a time to sit there and watch them when I could be doing something else. American football is growing fast in Austria. There were over 9,000 people at the game. Wow. That's pretty good. Tennis is you know what? If you enjoy watching tennis, that's great. That's great for you. I don't think I could. I think I get kind of bored, to be honest. But there are things I do that people find boring as well, so I can't really judge. The one thing I don't understand is watching golf. That I'll never get that one. Ever. All right, but American football is good. You know what would make American football so much better? If it didn't stop all the time. And if they weren't just sitting there talking all the time. If they actually played the game, it would make it so much more fun to watch. But they just sit there and talk for like 30 seconds every single play. And it's incredibly boring. I don't know what to tell you. Like, sure, when they get the catches and the good tackles, then like, yeah, it's exciting. But otherwise, you're literally just sitting there watching these dudes talk on the field. I'm good. Not for me. I'm biased as rugby is one of the only good things Scotland is good at. Hey, you gotta take your W's where you can get them, you know? Bit better and faster in Europe. We also don't have as many ad breaks. That's true. That's a good point, is that part of football is just, there's so many ad breaks. Oh my God. I mean, there's so many ad breaks in everything. They're absolutely everywhere. Ooh, I hate ads. There's nothing that makes me more upset than an ad just popping up and stopping what I'm trying to do. Just, the worst. Hey, Duker's mom, how you doing? I was into a baseball match once. Was told no one watches the whole match, which strikes me kind of crazy. But what do I know? Yeah, I mean, I've been to a couple of professional baseball games. I've watched the Angels, the Dodgers, the Athletics, I believe the Nationals, the Mariners. Most of these I watched down in LA. Dodger Stadium. Went to the Dodger Stadium, went to Angel Stadium, and I've been to the Athletic Stadium. But there's, it's baseball. There's also a lot of sitting around. Like, this is why I like basketball more than the other ones, because there's not a lot of sitting around. You have the timeouts, right? I mean, timeouts are one thing. They still have ads. Obviously, they have their media timeouts or whatever. But they're actually playing the game. Like, they just do it. They do the game. And I don't want to just sit there and watch them, like, talk all the time. No one wants to see a whole ass or Angels game unless Dodgers or Yankees are playing against them. True. I mean, I went there for, it was like a graduation trip thing with a couple of people. And we went to Disneyland. We went to watch an Angels game. It was a whole thing. But I don't know. I mean, it was fun. The buddies that we went with, they were super into baseball. So I sat there and I watched a baseball game with a smile on my face. Yay, baseball! Woo! Yay! Played baseball for 10 plus years. Can agree watching baseball is rather boring. Playing is fun. I mean, that's most sports, right? Even if you think it's boring to watch it, it's fun to play. That's why people play it. I want you to be jealous of my DAK hero, kind-hearted and scholar. Not my DAK. My DAK's not kind-hearted. He's ruthless, efficient. All right. But it's pretty good. Scholar's pretty good. Try to watch volleyball because Turkey is good, but kind of bored. I like playing volleyball. I didn't play like on an organized team because there was no men's volleyball, and it would have taken place at the same time as soccer. And I liked soccer a lot. I don't think I would have picked volleyball over it. But if there was a men's volleyball team, like in high school, back in the day, I probably would have played. I love it. It was fun. Watch some pro handball matches. Might enjoy it. I mean, maybe. That's the one where they throw the ball against the wall, right? And they go, well, bam! And then they catch it and they throw it back. What about ice hockey? No, I never got into hockey. Nobody in my family watches hockey. None of my friends watch hockey. There's no hockey anywhere around me. So I just kind of never got into it. I mean, I've been ice skating. It's close. It's pretty close. I've been there. I've been where they play. Back in the day, 30 years ago. That's right. 30 years ago since I've been in high school, for sure. You need to be super into baseball to go willingly watch the Angels. That's true. Also, their parking lot sucks. Not to complain about things that literally don't matter, but you have to walk all the way across the parking lot to be able to get an Uber. But they don't make that clear at all in any way, shape, or form, like where Ubers need to go. And so the Uber doesn't know where they need to go, and we don't know where we need to go. And it was just so confusing. Handball looks like a sport. Someone just had a vague idea of sports. It's simple, but sometimes simplicity is good. You like table tennis? Ooh, I am so trash at ping pong or table tennis. Yeah, I'm so bad at it, but it's fun. It's fun to hit the ball at your friends. You don't aim for the table. You just... Thoughts on fencing? I would have loved to have fenced growing up. Again, I don't think there was anywhere near me where that would have been an option. I kind of grew up in the middle of nowhere. But who doesn't like swords? You know? You just go, you have swords, you have a good time. I did see a video the other day of, it was a video talking about, is it The One King? The one that Timothy Chalamet's in? The One King. No, what's it called? The True King? The King, Timothy... I don't know how to spell that man's name. Yeah, The King. It's just called The King. Talking about the duel in it, and how in fencing you can literally like pick someone up and throw them to the ground and pin them there. I didn't think you do that. I thought you're just trying to poke each other. So that's cool. Would have been cool, but yeah. Hockey's good to watch in person, but terrible on TV. The only sport I've been to that is that way. Yeah, most sports are better to watch on TV. I've watched something about that too recently. And it's because of how the camera, like the angle of the camera and how it snaps to action, it's more exciting that way than just going there. You go to the game, not necessarily for the game, but for the atmosphere of being there. But if you want to see like something exciting, you stay at home. It's like watching NASCAR. I know we got a lot of Europeans in here, and you all like your, what's it called? The open tire one. The vroom, the racing. I can't remember the name of it. I'm sure you guys know what I'm talking about. F1. Yes, Formula 1. Thank you. Yeah. I'm into a couple of NASCAR races, and well, let me tell you what. There is nowhere else on earth I'd rather not be than a NASCAR race. Just number one. But number two, it's way more interesting to watch on TV. Mostly because you can get up and leave and go do something else. But also because when you're at the NASCAR race, you can't see the whole track at one time. So you're just waiting for them to drive past you. Which kind of sucks. But I went with my grandfather to NASCAR races. Two of them. I think I got to two of them. In Indianapolis. Kiss the bricks and whatever. If you know what that means, great. But I've never been to a place that smelled more like cigarettes and alcohol in my life. And I've been to like Vegas. You know, I've been to casinos in Vegas, but it was just terrible. I'm not a smoker. I didn't grow up around smokers. So cigarette smell is terrible for me. And I was like just coughing. And it's all open. Like you're outside and you're still coughing like you're the one smoking. It was horrific. Is that true for wrestling or boxing? For what, being exciting to be there? I don't know. I'm not really a big WWE guy, and also not a big boxing guy. The movie Ford vs. Ferrari is probably more exciting than actually watching racing. Yeah, I haven't seen that, but probably. The cars are loud though. They're super loud. It's super cool to hear them. But when you just kind of watch them drive off into the distance, you're like, cool. All right. What do you mean you don't run around the track following the race cars? Ooh, I wouldn't want to embarrass them by running so fast that their cars actually fall behind me. Yeah, it's about their pride. I want to make sure they can keep that. Hey, Froyo, dad time? No. I just need to wear a shirt today. Fun fact. Gotta wear a shirt. And this is the one that I saw, and I was like, yep, this sounds good. Trying to think about any other sports I've gone to watch. A sport that can be fun to participate in, but is absolutely asinine to watch, is track. Track and field. The Olympics is one thing, because it's all people that are just insanely fast or throw really far. You know, best of the best of the world. Going to like a high school track meet is terrible. You'd also watch if you didn't wear a shirt. Well, I appreciate that, Hungus. Thank you. Fun, you look hilarious, by the way. Giga Lake Fed, Giga Command, Giga Dartax. Even Alien Tier gave you a Giga, that one native tag. Of course, only in the run where you need to be top 3 GP. Hey, you know, we just... I have luck, not necessarily good luck. Speaking of racing, just watched Mad Max Fury Road yesterday after having watched Furiosa. Loki Fury Road was a big letdown. I think I watched Fury Road. I don't remember anything about it. There was a guy with a guitar, right? On the car, and it goes, and there's like a fire or something. I think so. Olympic basketball is boring. I don't know if I've ever watched Olympic basketball, to be honest with you. I usually just watch the races because they're crazy fast. You have funny luck? True. I either have really good luck or really bad luck. There's not really an in-between. Guitar guy in both movies? Well, I mean, it's a good character. Really good character. Who doesn't love a guitar that summons fire? If I didn't have bad luck, I'd have no luck at all. Well, you have to have good luck to offset the bad luck. Otherwise, you're just unlucky. But if you have good luck and bad luck, then well, I guess if you have good luck and bad luck, then you have no luck. Right? That's how math works. It's like 1 and -1, and then you average it out, you get 0. Think about it. Not how math works, but think about it. WNBA, NBA, American basketball team in the Olympics. Yeah, I prefer watching college basketball than professional basketball. Didn't know AK form. I didn't know. I didn't know that either. Was impressive to see it. Or you have high luck, high variance of luck. All right. Ooh, that could be it too. Boring ball, more like it. Got him. Dude, I don't know. The biggest problem with the NBA is that they're not really playing like team basketball, which is what I like to watch. I mean, that doesn't mean they're not talented. Clearly, they're talented. They're getting paid that much money. Like, there's a reason that people are paying that much money to get them on their team. But I like team basketball more. I like seeing people actually play defense. I think good defense is amazing to watch. Shutting down shooters and whatnot. But that's not really something that happens in the NBA all too often. So when March Madness comes around, I'll start watching. Really not before then, though. I got my YouTube videos to watch. Right? How else am I supposed to learn about useless Skyrim facts if I don't watch YouTube videos, you know? Special AI, Poe AI sees dwarves putting a PU on humans. True. True. Or humans putting a PU on orcs. Or something along those lines at some point. Fine with Hero Ball as long as Brunson keeps at it. Alright, fair enough. Poe clearly knows where Sky Rivers come from. I do. I do know exactly where Sky Rivers come from. The answer is nowhere. They come out of the rock from absolutely nothing. Of course I watched that video. Dude, how could I not see that video and not click on it? I was like, yes. That's my jam right there. Absolutely. I've also watched all of the Skyrim unemployment videos. I've watched his Kanto unemployment videos. What's his name? I can't think of his name off the top of my head. I'm so bad with names. Skyrim unemployment. Annie Austin. That's his name. Annie Austin. His videos are good. I like them. Can empathize with unemployment. I'm not unemployed, technically. Figure sports watch people identify every country on a map or flag. Well, we did that yesterday. Okay, we can't do it again. We gotta wait a while. You gotta let me practice. I gotta start practicing the Oceania maps and the Africa maps and the Asia maps. The Europe map was fine. I just got Slovakia and Slovenia mixed up. You're gonna make an Anbennar version? Ooh, let me know when that's done because I would gladly play that one. Do maps again today? No. We don't do it again today. We gotta give it some time, right? You gotta let me practice. You gotta let me study. This little part of my hair over here is making me very upset today. I'm not vibing with it. Poe doesn't get the luck modifier, unlike the command. True. I don't think Lucky Nation's coming back in EU5. I'm pretty sure that's been said, which would be great because Lucky Nations is boring. I know I could turn them off, but actually, I guess I don't really have an excuse not to turn them off because I don't get achievements, like game achievements at Anbennar. I guess I'm just so used to it at this point. I'm like, whatever. Yeah, they're a little bit better than everybody else. Yeah, what else has not been confirmed, or what else has been confirmed is not coming back? I mean, we have developments not coming back for EU5. We have Lucky Nations aren't coming back for EU5. No, sieges are going to work differently. Dad isn't coming back for EU5. He's still out getting milk. Man is not coming back. Yeah. Coming from EU3, Lucky Nation was a good thing, honestly. EU3 was too sandboxy to the point where the Ottomans would just eat biz and then die to Austria or Bohemia. Turkish players in shambles. In absolute shambles hearing this. The Ottomans aren't coming back? Bullshit, the Ottomans aren't coming back. They might not be as strong at the start, but if you don't think the Ottomans are going to have the ability to expand, I think you're crazy. Every game, first war, no CB on Osmogo. Oh, well, there you go. Development technically doesn't just... Yeah, they did say that. It makes me a little worried that it's going to be like CK3's development. But maybe it'll be something else. Maybe it's like a civilization level in Imperator. Maybe it's something completely different. I don't know. There's not many things from CK3 that I would bring over into EU5. It's modified by Prosperity and Devastation, which I would assume are going to be different. Anbennar doesn't have Lucky Nations. It has Unlucky Nations. And everyone but the Command and Loren has it. Oh, wow. New fact. New fact. We all have Unlucky Nations. Be interesting to see how the Ottomans will make something of themselves coming from basically a minor region power. Well, if the game is perfect in every single way, it would be that the Ottomans would have every ability to do what they did in the canon timeline. But obviously a game's not going to do that. So maybe they get some buffs, maybe they don't. Obviously you want things to at least somewhat look the way they do in reality at some point. So you've got to give them something to help them push them along. We don't want Ottomans. Yeah, okay, but like people are going to want to see nations they recognize, you know? Here's how the Ottomans can still take out Bulgaria. Now? Right now? Well, they got to do some reforming the Ottoman Empire real quick. Because they lost most of that. I'm curious how they're going to handle states with international wealth, like Templars or the Turkish states. Yeah, I don't know. Everybody recognizes Byzantium? No, they don't. I hate to tell you this. I don't think most Americans know what a Byzantium is, and they're better for it. I'll just say that. Every EU4 player does, that's for sure. You go and you turn them into a vassal, you give them their cores back, and then you annex them. Most Americans know nothing. That's not true. They know how to shoot a gun. They know about George Washington, that he existed at the very least. They know we won World War II. I hope they do. I hope they know at least. There might be some out there that don't, but I'm going to say most would. Most Americans know. They know you can get a soda at McDonald's for $1. That's pretty good things to know. A lot of Americans think the wrong side won World War II. No comment. Actually, Eastern Rome? Romaboos be like, stop calling us Byzantium. We're Romans. It's like, yeah, dude. Whatever you need to tell yourselves. That's a bit of copium right there. The only problem is, okay, here's the problem. Like, they are correct that it is, technically speaking, Roman. And the worst part about calling them Byzantium is that comes from France, doesn't it? Didn't France come up with that name? Did France come up with the name Byzantium? The name was only later given several centuries, in fact, by France and other European powers to bring back Rome's legacy closer to home. So either we have to side with the Romaboos or we have to side with the French. Neither one of those are good options. I think we should call it something else. The L's. I think that's what we call them. The L's. Here's how Byzantium can still win. I think they're done. I think they're done. Bro, dead named Eastern Rome. That's right. You can't cancel me for dead naming Eastern Rome Byzantium. Oh, was it a German historian? Well, I mean, hey, either one works. You'd rather side with the French? A bold statement, but you may be correct. Elves? Probably wants the people represent. I said elves. L. Like the L in the alphabet, not elves. I think we should call them the Istanbul Empire. Before it was called Istanbul. Imagine walking up to some Byzantine in the 1300s and you're like, hey, you're part of the Istanbul Empire, right? And they're like, what's an Istanbul? Like, oh, don't worry. Your grandkids will figure it out. Can't spell elves without an L? That's true. Can't spell dwarves without a D? Can't spell human without an H? Now we're just naming letters. Dwarves have the big D. Yeah, they're dumbasses. Got 'em! You took the bait. Hook, line, and sinker. I knew somebody was gonna make that joke. Easy. So easy. The humans. Yeah, fun fact, that's not human though. Why job, by the way? I literally just picked a shirt today. You guys are overthinking my wardrobe choices. I looked at all my clothes hanging up and I was like, that was Anbennar themed. That's why I chose it. Arvs. I am an Arv and I diggy hole. I could be Iggy hole. Dwarves with no D. Thought Istanbul was renamed to Constantinople after Constantine? No. No. Not as far as I know. Istanbul was the Ottoman name for it. Turkish name. Constantinople is a conjunction of Constantine's founder and Ptolemy city. Yeah, if you go and you look at the ancient documents, Imperator Rome, it's called Byzantium. Or something like that. The city itself. All names of Constantinople. Was Constantine? Oh, yeah, that's right. It got changed. According to Pliny the Elder. Who the fuck is that? A Roman author? Cringe. The first name of Byzantium was Lygos, maybe the name of a Thracian settlement situated on the site of the later city. Alright, choose your champion. We've got Lygos, we've got Byzantium. This is off Wikipedia, by the way, so it's not like... It's not actually anything. We've got Augusta Antonia. That's right, Antonina. Antonina. New Rome. Wow, what a good name. And it's back to Constantinople. Oh, sorry, now it is Constantinople. Other Byzantine names. The Byzantines referred to the city with a large range of honorary appellations, including such as the Queen of Cities. Okay, and then we have Constantine, and then we have Istanbul, and then Stambul. This is a variant form of Istanbul. We have Islambul, appeared after the Ottoman conquest of 1453 to express the city's new role as the capital of the Islamic Holy Empire. Old Norse called it Mikligrathir. Mikilgathir. With Mikil meaning big and Garthir meaning wall or stronghold. Slavic and Romanian. East and South Slavic languages refer to the city as Sarisgrad. Persians. They called it they called it Takt Irum. throne of the Romans. Or Rumiyat al-Kubra, great city of the Romans. Istanbul is an urban myth? Yeah, I know. I'm just reading, okay? I'm just reading. And in modern languages, it's just Istanbul. Wait, the Greeks still call the city Constantinople? That's some crazy copium from the Greeks. That's crazy. Dog, you lost that a couple hundred years ago. You don't get to name the city anymore. I'm sorry. It's cooked. It's gone. You're done. Greeks would be dwarfs if they had proper mountains. That's probably true. Greeks and Turks are not best friends. Yeah, I know. People be so dramatic. Me summarizing centuries of conflict down to, oh, they're just being so dramatic. Average American moment. Why can't we all just get along? Classic. Technically, AEK, Athens football team, is from Constantinople, only temporarily in Athens. No way that's an actual thing. That's crazy. Why? You like 1453. 1453 was so long ago. It was so long. You gotta let it go. Okay? It's okay. You can still send physical mail to Constantinople, actually. Why? Is this some thing where you can become a lord in Scotland if you buy land type thing? Like, you can't. It's not real. The Greeks deserve to win after being in debt for the past 500 years. I don't know if that means they deserve to win. I'll be so real with you. If you're in debt for 500 years, I don't know why that means you get to win. The K in AEK stands for Constantinopolis. That's a crazy amount of cope. And that starts with a C. Copium. The whole Scotland Lord thing was a scam? Yeah, of course it was a scam. Of course it was a scam. Doesn't mean I didn't ever want it at one point. How cool would that be? You know, I get to be a lord. But like, no, you're getting like, what? It's like 1 foot of land maybe that you can't actually do anything with? They're still in debt? Who's not in debt, you know? Copium with a K? No. With a C. Must have been crushed from the Scottish Lord thing. No, I already know in my heart of hearts I'm descended from Scottish lords. I have no evidence for this. Zero evidence. Greece definitely is not one of the lucky nations. Well, it depends on when you play, I guess. If you play early enough, then yeah, Greece would be a lucky nation. Later you go, though, less lucky. C is a stupid Latin invention. We should just go back to K and S. Damn. I didn't know there was a crowd of people out there who hated the letter C. It feels like a weird thing to hate on, but everybody's got to have a hobby. There are a lot of Greeks in Turkey and vice versa until a very not smart man, best known for finding the Northwest Passage, decided that they should just swap lives. What do you mean? The Northwest Passage is real. It's real. We just haven't found it yet. It's really good at hiding. You could sell Crown Land on IRL. There you go. It's that easy to simply make money. Just sell Crown Land. Blame the French for putting in all those silly letters in the English language still. Yes, I think we could blame the French for just about everything. Even if they didn't do it. It's their fault. What are they going to do? Complain about it? What's new? These Romans can't do anything on their own. They copy everything, even Zeus. Honestly, when are we going to go back to like cool, dramatic, polytheistic religions? Like, one deity? Boring. Let me hear about Zeus and Hera's drama. It's so much more interesting. British Crown's much smarter than Poe. They don't sell Crown Land. They rent it out. Free money forever. They're on that grind set. As a Scandi, I have to admit some ancestral blame here. Yeah, that's true. Is the croissant actually an Austrian? What? No way the croissant is Austrian. Where does the Croissant compound. Okay. Every time I see this stupid ass AI overview that you can't disable, by the way, it makes me close. It gets me this close to switching my web browser. The Institute of Culinary Education. It has a .edu. That means it can't lie. Common Austria W. You sure about that? Because you've got a pretty big L. You've got a pretty big L. It's a real easy one to bring up. Across various accounts of croissant history? What? There's a croissant history. Most sources agree that it originates from Austria as the Kipferl. Made from yeasted wheat dough, the Kipferl is a baked bread common in Central Europe. Records state that the Kipferl has been around as early as the 13th century, but many believe it to be even older. Popular myths attribute its invention as a celebration of the Ottoman Empire's defeat in the Battle of Vienna. Ooh, that's rough. I wonder what they did for the second time. The crescent shape represented the moon on the Ottoman flag. That sounds like absolute bullshit. That sounds like such a lie. Ooh, we made this food to be shaped like a croissant or like a crescent, like the Ottoman flag. It's like, no, dude, you didn't do that. It was modeled after the Turkish having the big bells also made. No, that's got to be fake. Like, there's no way. Austria has no known L's. What are you referring to? Well, the first one ends in a 1, and the second one ends in a 2. And they couldn't be like make changes equal. Wait. What are you talking about? Population happened after World War I. Thing is, it was based on religion, so Christian Turks sent to Greece and Muslim Greeks sent to. Oh, okay. We're still talking about Greece and Turkey. Sounds like flavor text on a minor Anbennar nation. It does. It does. Is anything French actually French? Is anything actually anything? Everything's connected. So eventually you just draw lines that mean nothing. Austrians always want to be interesting. They invented A-E-I-O-U. Yeah, and they like their cousins a lot. You could say they were real close. They really love their cousins. Guillotine is 100% French? No, I think we did. Well, we at least connected to French, but I don't know. Can you say that anything is ever 100% anything since ideas always spread? Guillotine source? Where do I source a guillotine from? The origins of French guillotine date back to late 1789 with Dr. Joseph Ignace Guillotin. Proposed to the French government adopted gentler method of execution. I'm sorry. Did he name his execution thing after himself? Or did they name it after him without his consent? I really hope they just named it after him, because you've got to be real messed up. Like, yes, I would like to kill all these people, so I'm going to name it after myself. Inventors are weird people, never forget. That's true. That's true. Austria is the Alabama of Europe. No comment. I wouldn't want to upset any Alabamian viewers. When France hand out free condoms, even the French know we don't need more French. I guess that's one way to interpret that. I don't know if that's true. He after himself, I think, since it was supposed to be a humane way to... Yeah, the real humane way to execute someone. Sure, man. That's copium. If they didn't want things stolen, they should have nothing about. True. The British only stole things that were just lying around. It is though, Poe. I mean, sure. I guess compared to the other methods of the time, sure. But want to start a cult of Dionysus? See, I'm not a big drinker, but I support it. Right? You have my support, but I don't think I can be a founding member. Is this a save Hellenic Pantheon place? It is. We're bringing back Zeus. We're gonna do it. Well, maybe not Zeus. We can leave him out. Actually, maybe we should just leave all the gods out. Maybe we shouldn't. Considering everything they do, maybe we should just leave them where they are. Dead. Very dead. You watch Shogun, you know the previous method. Yeah. It's the same thing. It's the same thing. Except for the stabbing themselves part, which I don't get that. That's crazy to me. But otherwise, it's just a cutting off of the head, right? So, I guess instead of somebody actively swinging the sword, it gets dropped and gravity kills you? Dennis is not only the god of drinking. Yeah, but if you're creating a cult of Dionysus, like that's what you're going for, right? It's got to be a big part of it. Doing it by hand can lead to failure. Well, that's just a skill issue. Why did Georgia copy the true Georgia, the American one? Well, now I don't know. Now I don't know what you're asking. Are you asking why the state of Georgia copied the country of Georgia, or the country of Georgia copied the state of Georgia? And what are we copying? Just the name? Because let me tell you what, you're gonna be mind boggled. Your mind's gonna be boggled when you find out what cities are called in the United States. They're just cities named after entire countries, like Brazil, Peru. That's just a city name. Like, someone swinging the sword axe often led to failure. At that point, you should have chosen somebody better to kill you. Except more humane because the machine won't miss, and it will kill for certain. There are records of less than successful ones using swords and axes. Again, choose someone better. We've all played CK3. You employ your executioner, and you got to make sure they have high aptitude. That way they can just get you in one go. London, Ohio. Honestly, London feels like it should be in Ohio anyways. You know. Speaking of Georgia, don't they have Rome in there? I don't know what you're referencing. Probably. I don't know what you're referencing. But your little face makes me think that you're making a hee hee ha ha funny joke. Yeah, I guess yes, Rome, Georgia. You are correct. That's true. Yeah, there it is. They got a McDonald's there. They got an IHOP. They got Chili's. Texas Roadhouse. You guys remember when the Romans had Texas Roadhouse? I remember that. It's great. Outback. Oh, there's the McDonald's. Right next to the Krispy Kreme. Taco Bell. They got anything interesting here? Ooh, hot wings, etc. Hot wings sound good. I shouldn't have looked at that. Now I'm on hot wings. Fifth Rome with 200% more yeehaw. I am a big believer in there is no heir of Rome, you know. I know there are many people to claim that they can be the next Rome. I know the Russians claimed it. Technically the Finnish have a claim to it. The Ottomans claimed it. I think 1453, that was it, dog. Rome died. Well, Rome probably died before then. But at the very latest, Rome died May 28th. Is that the day? 1453. Claims only valid if it can be enforced. Also, you gotta have the same, like, structure as Rome. Like, if you don't have the same institutions, you cannot claim to be the next Rome. Like, it's a crazy thing. USA is the true, it's the true heir of Rome. Yes, that's true. America is just like Rome. You see all the little videos about it, and they're like, oh, America is suffering from the same problems as Rome. It was May 29th. May 29th. Okay, there you go. May 29th. Not a Rome, I still find it sad. Why? Why would you find it sad though? It's like putting a injured bird out of its misery. You know, it's just sitting there. It can't move. It's gonna get torn to pieces. Just take it out for its own good. So much lost. Humanity set back so long. Meh, I don't know about that one. I mean, of course there was stuff lost, but stuff is always lost. It also assumes that humanity always progresses along a line. and that there's like there's a place we have to get to. I'm not saying there wasn't stuff lost when Rome fell. That would be crazy. But I am saying that perhaps it's just the way it is. If Rome didn't fall, no French, no English, we should bring Rome back, actually. I think Rome's pretty good. I'm becoming a Rome-a-boo every second. Literal Dark Age I followed. See, it's not, though. It wasn't a Dark Age. Like, no, I disagree. Like, it wasn't a Dark Age is, it's just a propaganda thing. Like, was it different? Absolutely. Were there things that were worse? Absolutely. But it wasn't a Dark Age. It was just a different time period with different ways of governing. Was Dark Age for you? Not really, though. Like, again, it's not like it was as good under Rome, but it was not a Dark Age. It's just, that's just life, baby. That's just it. Like, sucks to suck. Shit went bad. I don't know. It just feels like whenever you say like, oh, Rome fell, we lost so much, or it was a Dark Age, like, yeah, sure, there were things that were set back, but and that implies that there was somewhere that Rome was going, but Rome was never going to get there. You know, like Rome never deserved or was destined to reach some spot in the timeline. They got to where they got to, and then they died. Like, that's just how it works. You rise, you fall. You rise, you fall. Europe was going through its goth era point. That's why they call it dark. Of course, my bad. During Dark Age, we had the Golden Age of Islam, Golden Age of India, the Carolingian Renaissance, the rise of the Italian city-states, the Italian republics above all, the rise of the multicultural state in Sicily and Iberia. Not how it works. Big blobs never fall behind in tech. That's true. We do know that. Like, if Rome never fell, then the Renaissance would have never happened, which meant that, you know, the history as it happened would have never gone the way it did. I don't know. I get that Rome falling it's important. It is a big deal, and there definitely were technologies and such that were lost or forgotten in some parts of the world and had to be kind of rediscovered later or redeveloped. But I don't think calling it a Dark Age is quite accurate. But what do I know? I'm just a little map gamer, right? Rome was were tech advanced, but sucked in every other aspect, to be honest. Celts were much better at all the societal stuff. I also just think saying that, you know, Rome is this and Rome is that is not necessarily the best comparison. I mean, Rome was pretty big. Not all parts of Rome were the same, as we saw when, you know, Eastern Rome lived longer than Western Rome. That doesn't mean the Western Rome was like underdeveloped or whatever. It just means that it was just very different. Situations were different. Go Dark Age, late into it. Yeah, I know. Tech level and a tag cannot be different. EU4 gamer learns that perhaps things are oversimplified in games. We're going through the DAK ages today, right? Yes, the DAK ages are very real. Very real. Dark Ages, no. DAK ages, yes. Absolutely. We do love DAK. What do you mean the world isn't all numbers? What do you mean I can't just point at a city and go, develop right now? Become the largest city in the world right now. You have to do it. It takes time. How old is DAK in 1444? I think it's like 28, something like that. Maybe for the best. I don't want to have to wait for tech to spread as well in EU4. Yeah. Take a look at the world before we start. Yeah, we can do that. Not a problem. 1 hour of yapping mark. Are you trying to tell me I should stop yapping? Is that what you're saying? Let's get to 2. So Anbennar starts in 28 AD. Yes, correct. 28 AD is the true start date of Anbennar, because there is no time that is important before the birth of DAK. 28 after DAK? Yo, hold on. We got to get this to the Anbennar team. They got to know. We all know the Roman Empire fell to too much yapping in the Senate. That's it. You're correct. We have to write a book, chat, about how authoritarianism was able to rise inside Rome because the Senate just yapped too much. They simply yapped and did not perform. And thus, the Roman Senate was put to the side and the Roman Empire was born. That's my thesis. What evidence do I have? None. But we just know it's true. We know better AD would be DAK. Nice. DAK. The age of DAK. I don't know if that's what Anno stands for, but Romans and Greeks, we like to. I think people just like to yap. I think anybody out here not like yapping? Anybody? I like yapping. I think even introverts like to yap. They just like to yap in their own different ways. Like, we just yap. Cicero was the first professional yapper. I don't know. Greece has got some. Ancient Greece has got some pretty big yapping. Don't like yapping, but I can type. But that's just yapping in a different way, you know? Yapping. Yapping never changes. Zadawi, I prefer gold. Okay, I think everybody prefers gold over yapping. If you're like, hey, would you like to yap for the next hour or have a bar of gold? I'll be like, that's me accepting it without talking because I'm not yapping. Imagine having to leave my house to yap. Yeah, imagine having to go out and interact with real people. Ugh. No thanks. They could say mean things to me and I couldn't ban them. Here, if someone says something mean to me, I can just ban them. So this is my little free speech world where all speech is free as long as it does not make me feel sad. Greeks love yapping so much they kill people for yapping too much. Well, yeah, you gotta make sure everybody gets a turn to yap. That's just a fact of life. You gotta share. You gonna share? If someone says something mean to you, they get made mod. Yeah, that's true too. A good idea for Redeemers to end the yapping off. No, absolutely not. You think I'm gonna let you? No. Again, we do not live in a democracy here, people. This world right here, this is Poemew's world. I choose when I stop yapping. Ain't nobody get to click a button and be like, you're gonna stop yapping now. No way. 100 channel points to end the yapping. No way, dude. No world. I wonder if I can see how many points people have. I think there's a way. Can I see how many channel points people have? Is there a way to do it? There's people asking for it, so I'm going to assume no. No, there's not. I can't know. Your guys' wealth is a secret from me. You could just ask. I don't actually care. I was just going to see if anybody had over 100,000. I don't think so. But 11,740? Whoa. You have 240,000. Well, there you go. Fallen Hearts has 240,000. You had before the bad Gamba last stream. Somebody got really rich off that Gamba. Very rich. If yapping doesn't change, men must change, and so must their symbols. Bear Bull Man. Okay. Without a coupon, I'm really just banking. I know, but like, what do you want me? What do you want for channel points? I don't know. I think part of the reason I don't know is because I personally don't really care about channel points. Like when I watch streams, I don't care. I'm just there to watch. So I don't know what to do with channel points. Hydrate or dihydrate. There you go. There's a good use of it. I can only force you to drink so many times. It gets weird after the third time. 5K to name a province. Okay, but the problem is that like starts to slow down the game. You know? Like if I put it up, even if I put a delay on it, It's like every single time it's like, oh, name this, and I just have to stop and I have to name the province. It's like, I don't know. And then what if we're not playing EU4? You know, and it's like, well, now what? Like, now what do we spend them on? I know you can put a timer on it, but it's still 1 million points to no CB anyone of the Redeemer's Choice. That would be interesting. Not playing EU4. I know. Wouldn't that be crazy if I played other games? It's like kids when they find out that their teacher actually doesn't just teach. They're like, you don't just teach all the time? You have hobbies? It's like, yep, I do. I play other games. 5,000 points to name a Dawi. Yeah, we do have Dwarf Me Up. We haven't played Dwarf Fortress in a while. I think I'm also I like playing Dwarf Fortress. I don't think I like streaming it. I don't think I'm very good at it. 20k points to stop hee-hooing the goblins. What if I really want to, though? You know, like, you're asking a lot from me right now. So it's a lot. 10,000 play tell 'em. I would just send you a link to the World Conquest. 15k to start. Interesting. So overall, there's more points being spent to end it. So more points are going back into the economy, even though it's not really an economy. 2k points to start. Well, hold on. There's other games beside EU4. There is. There is, in fact, other games besides EU4. Let's see. There's also Dwarf Fortress. There's Baldur's Gate 3. There's Stellaris, Victoria 3, Crusader Kings 3. I'm just looking at my Steam list of things that I have downloaded. EU3, that's true. 20k to insult DAK? No, there is no price without insult DAK. Good games though? Oh, there's Elden Ring. Yeah, you know, I don't have many games I don't think people consider good. Imperative World Conquest. Oh, no, dude. No. That game slows down so much. Maybe it was just the way I was playing or the mods I were using, but it got so slow when I did a roam run. 20k to be surprised with the non-declinable offer to join the Great Undead Army under DAK. That's a privilege, and you should have to pay for that. I like this idea. CK3 World Conquest. I've never done that. I've never attempted it, and I don't think I ever will. Can you get a Stellaris stream? I haven't been in the mood to play Stellaris in so long. You know, I'm not super great at Stellaris either. I should hope that I'm okay. I do have like almost 500 hours. And I don't own the most recent DLC either. Oh shit, never mind, there's 2 DLCs. What is the Season 8 expansion pass? Rick the Cube? Hold on. Maybe I should buy it. I can be Rick the Cube. The Millennia stream? No. I don't think I'm interested in Millennia. It's the thing. Like, when I think about doing another run, I kind of just go, meh. Like, I don't really want to. Minesweeper? Classic. If I know about Rick the Cube, he's either going to buy the season pass and never play again. What is Rick the Cube, though? Like, I saw his name, but Rick the Cube. Like, is he? Oh, no, that is a cube. It's purple. Or it has purple lights. Sus. A simulator? I don't know. This Rick the Cube seems kind of suspicious. Vicky 3 might be fun after the South America update. Maybe this next update will make Victoria 3 very fun to play. But I don't know. New Solaris DLC lets you round pi down to 3 with funny results. Need your toy soldiers? Fair enough. I don't know. What other games do? What games do you guys play other than EU4? What games when you sit down, you're like, all right, I'm gonna game for a couple hours. What are you pulling out? What are you doing? Are you coping though? Because my friend wanted to do an MP and Vicky 3, and I agreed on impulse. I think you're coping, but I hope you have a good time at least. Warhammer, Pathfinder, Kingmaker, and Wrath. Assassin's Creed Valhalla. Okay. What can I go on? Anything. Like, when you sit down to play a game, what's your go-to? Like, what are you doing? Been playing Paper Mario, 1,000 Year Door recently. I've seen that's been doing really well. It's sold really well. I might have to get it. I'm not a really big Mario guy, but maybe I should. Men of War Vietnam, okay. Helldivers 2, game makes you sad now? Why does it make you sad now? Dragon Age, Pathfinder Total War, Dragon Age Inquisition, Diablo 4. Interesting. I got Diablo 4 in release. I bounced off of it pretty hard. I never even finished the game. Minecraft, classic. Wish could say Final Fantasy, but don't have the time anymore. It'd be like that. To be honest, I only play Minesweeper on your tablet regularly. Hey. Fast game. Simple gameplay loop, but fun. War Thunder. Strategy gamer moment. Love it. Never played War Thunder. Solaris, so I do want to do Dragon Age, the good one again. Gotcha. So ruined Helldivers. Well, didn't they back down off of the having to do your PSN account? Do you like building and defending? I mean, yeah, those are two things I would say I enjoy. Diablo 4 is pretty good now. I have heard that it's improved quite a bit since release. But I didn't play any of the earlier Diablo games, so if it improved for people that like the older ones, I have no reference to what that is. I played a sorcerer in Diablo 4, and I used the lightning one because I thought it was cool. And I thought I was doing really well, and I did a lot of damage. And then I played with a buddy who was playing something. He could turn into a bear. I don't know which one it was. Barbarian or something? I don't know. And he did way more damage than I did. And I was like, huh. Well, this sucks. I feel useless. I'm not even needed here. I'm just throwing out lightning balls for special lights. I'm playing Fallout New Vegas and Tactical Breach Wizards. Wait, Tactical Breach Wizards is a game? I thought people were just saying that. What is Tactical Breach Wizards? Well, it's what the name says. Renegade Wizards in Kevlar. What in the world? Huh. Interesting. Plan to release in 2 months. XCOM Wizards? Oh. Maybe we do that tomorrow. I'll think about that. That does look interesting. Simple gameplay loop. Brother man, it's called having a quick game. Hey, I thought it was simple. Quick game is simple. Went into a Fallout New Vegas binge after watching the TV series. Play that for a bit. Nice, nice. I've got a buddy that's 100% at that game. All achievements. He's done like all playthroughs. He really likes New Vegas. Really likes New Vegas. I like New Vegas, but I can't sprint in it, so 0 out of 10. Make your Emerald Nuzlocke. I'm gonna play every game. Diablo 4 is a great advertisement for Path of Exile, Last Epoch, Firm Dawn, etc. Okay. You tried Dark and Darker. Yeah, I mean, I've seen Dark and Darker. I watched some stuff about it. I don't know. I don't know enough about it to know if I'd like it or not. You know? Like, just watching it, I'm like, maybe I would. But I think I would need like a friend to play it with. I don't know if I'd want to play it alone. DAK in Dacker is a much better game. That's true. Can never do a Legion run. Every time you get to talk to Caesar, I just shoot him. Can't help myself. He is very shootable. He starts yapping and you're like, okay, you're done. I'm tired of this. You tried Terra Invicta. I own Terra Invicta. I think I poked around with it when it first came out, and then I set it back down. So I don't know if I don't like it, because I didn't really learn the game. Maybe I should try and pick it back up again and learn it. I don't know. It's very complex. Yeah, I know. That's why I kind of set it down. At the time, I just didn't want to learn a new, like, complex game. So I just kind of like, meh. But maybe at one point I should go back to it. It's actually more important than not Valheim. I got sick whenever I played Valheim. I don't know why. Like, whenever I played it, I would just get so dizzy. I don't know what about the game did that to me, though. Because I play other games that look like Valheim. I play other games that play like Valheim. But it's just Valheim specifically gave me a headache to play. Yeah, I don't know if it's motion sickness. I don't know what it is. Because I don't get motion sickness. But it's just very specifically Valheim that it happens to me. I've tried it multiple times. And, you know, I get to the point where I've built my house. And then I'm just like, I'm done. Go retro and play Hum or Total Annihilation. I don't know what those are. When Pac-Man stream, you know? When are we going to go back to playing Pac-Man? That's what we all need in life. You get a lot of games these days. I think it's a combination of aspect ratio and camera feel. Yeah, maybe. But, I mean, clearly it's just it's like a me thing, because most people don't get it. Dyson Sphere program? Sounds like something for nerds. I've never played a nerd game. Us bad eyes people gotta suffer for our sins? True. We're being punished for the sins that we definitely committed to get bad eyesight. What did you say? Dyson Sphere? I mean, I've heard of it, but I don't know what the gameplay is. Sci-fi sandbox construction game with space, adventure, exploration, and factory automation elements. The sin was staring at the computer screen since the age of 9. Yeah, that does tend to do it. DSP is Factoria, except you're building a mega structure to power a Matryoshka brain. I don't know what that is. I'm sure it makes sense to people who know what it is, though. You see new games announced at Nintendo Direct today? I did not. I didn't watch the Nintendo Direct. I'm gonna be real. I didn't realize it was today. Did they announce anything about Pokemon Legends ZA? Because that'd kind of be the only thing I'm really interested in knowing about. They didn't? Oh, well, then. That's a big computer. A planet-sized computer. Oh. Maybe then you could play late game EU4. Oh. With a planet-sized computer, you might even be able to play... what's it called? The one that takes a lot of processing power. The brain is not working. Brain has shut down. And it says it doesn't want to work. EU4, yeah, the big complicated one for EU4. The freaking the mod. Manual taxes, yes, thank you. Oh my goodness. My brain is cooked. Then you can play manual taxes. Zelda gets a game? Wasn't there a leak about that? It would be very funny if they called the game Legend of Link, though. I think it'd be really good. 30-minute attacks growing stations are basically engine constraints at this point. Yeah, I'm probably just trying to fit everything in EU4 as well. Legend of Zelda still, but Zelda's a pro tag? Boo, they should have switched it up. Would have been funny. Not sure what games I want to play anymore. Feels like most games I like to play are being capitalism to death. Yeah. That's fair. Minecraft. You just play modded Minecraft now. Hard to get the competitive FPS fixed that way though. Yeah, FPS has definitely got hit pretty bad by the microtransaction stuff. It's rough. Not that I'm a big FPS guy. Last time I played required me to edit the mission file to bypass a DLC I didn't have. I mean, that's just a fact of a game being old and having lots of DLC. But I will say this. Even though EU4 has lots of DLC, at least in multiplayer, if the host has the DLC, everybody can use it. Looking at you, Civ 6, where if your files are not exactly the same as the person you're playing with, you can't do it. They're like, nope. Sorry. Not allowed. Illegal. It's like, what? Why? Like, why? They have a subscription at least for newer players. Yeah, that's true. That's true. Also gonna hate how recently companies just completely refusing to optimize their games. Yeah, I don't know exactly how all that works though, but it definitely feels like that. You know, where it's like this game is clearly not optimized, and I understand that for some reason games are not released in finished states anymore because they know they can go back and work on them. But to me, that just feels rough. Like, I don't know. If I'm buying a game, I'm not buying a game to play test your game. I'm buying your game to play your game, unless it is very specifically to play test it, right? If it is a true early access game, then that's fine because you know what you're getting into. But when I pay $60 for a game and you're like, oh yeah, it's a full release, but we're still working on a lot of stuff. No, don't release your game, right? I don't want to pay for it because I want to play the game. I don't want to pay to test it for you. You should be paying me to test your game. That's how playtesting works. For actually seeing Common Sense Roll, like who thought also the player DLC that makes the game works to play? I mean, some of them were a little rough, but yeah. By running a sweatshop development cycles, they don't foster talent, recycle middling depths, turn out the code as possible. Yeah, I know. It's very sad. Just whip the developers more. Their families don't need them anyways. Yeah, it's fine. Just work them harder. All right, clearly they don't want to do the work. Cyberpunk ended up being good. Undid all the lessons we learned when Cyberpunk was released embarrassingly too early. Yeah, see, I was interested at one point in getting Cyberpunk. I think like the Cyberpunk aesthetic is pretty cool, but I'll never play the game now. Like, even though I know they fixed it, my brain goes, no, I'm not gonna do it. So I'll probably never play it because the release was just so bad. You've seen a Tell 'em shirt, Rebellion shirt, Jad shirt, and a hoodie. How many Anbennar shirts do you have? Well, I have a couple more hoodies. I have the tan hoodie. I have the black hoodie. I have Tell 'em, Rebellion, Jad, Black Domain, Tell 'em shirt. Oh, we already counted. Oh, 6? 6, I think. But the Tell 'em shirt was a gift. The hoodie, Black Domain, and tan sweatshirt were also gifts. Those are for like Christmas and stuff. I bought this shirt, the Jad shirt, and the black hoodie, I believe. I think the black hoodie was a gift, and I bought the tan sweatshirt. Game is really good on standpoint. Yeah, like from what I hear, Cyberpunk is perfectly fine now. It's good, but you know, it's just a brain thing, I guess. Glad Cyberpunk No Man's Sky got fixed up a bit, but set a precedent that these companies can release unfinished games and fix them up later. True. I played through No Man's Sky, but I wasn't really connected in when it would release, so I never got disappointed by how it looked. But I did play through No Man's Sky. It's been a long time since I played, though. They've added a whole bunch of stuff. Maybe at some point I should go back and test it out. I have done that, but the tutorial has not changed as far as I can tell, and it is extremely boring. The tutorial is horrendous. It is so slow. It takes forever. And I'm like, I don't want to play through this to get to the game. But they're releasing a new game, right? It's like a fantasy world, procedurally generated thing, right? No Man's Sky fantasy game. Yeah, Light No Fire. So I'm hesitantly looking forward to that. We'll see how it ends up looking. Like the idea of an open world, like procedurally generated world of like fantasy that's like endless that you can go explore sounds super cool. That's like the dream game. But no one has come anywhere close to doing that. And I'm like, you know, it's a great promise, but it's a promise that I think cannot be over. Like, cannot be kept. Still waiting on the promises Larian made after I pre-ordered BG3. Which promises did you get? Remember, university classes required us to optimize code to the extent that we had to use lines which are not taught anymore. Because why use that line instead of 2 lines? People don't take companies more. True. People do not. Which I think is fine, by the way. But some people disagree with that. Cyberpunk issues mostly technical. We're just having a moment about the game. Yeah, everything gets blown up, right? The internet's always going to make things more dramatic than they actually are. But still. Though you can make the same argument about like Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, but at least in Cyberpunk's case, they fixed the issues. Whereas Scarlet and Violet still have the issues and will probably always have the issues. Hey, Paler, how you doing? And Huggism, hello. No Man's Sky, more like No Goblins Hold. Got him. No Man's Sky shows why mission trees are great. No direction makes games boring. True. There's gotta be something to do. You gotta have something driving you forward. The second I hear open world procedurally generation, I know they can't deliver. Yeah, like it's just a buzzword at this point. You're like, you're gonna lie to me about what you're selling me. Got it. Cool. The game exists in its Daggerfall. Endless procedural world generation doesn't make sense because writing it is what makes the fantasy worlds interesting. True. Now, Daggerfall, that's the old Elder Scrolls games, right? Yeah. And there are people that make that are making a new game. That is also another like procedurally generated open world where you can do whatever you want, whenever you want. And again, I know that they made this game, but I'm still super hesitant. Super hesitant. Learn stuff and fill their promises on customizable NPCs for BG3. Oh, do you mean like... What do you mean by customizable NPCs? Wait, what do you mean by customizable NPCs? Like... everyone in the world? Or... your followers? You're supposed to be able to do more than the stuff you can get now from Withers. Really? I didn't know that. Don't know why new Pokemon games are such boring post games when we used to have the Battle Frontier. I mean, I think he said it before. People don't play the Battle Frontier. At least most people don't play the Battle Frontier because it's difficult and takes a long time to get through, and so it's not worth the development time. That's just a harsh reality of it. Most people don't play the Battle Frontier. Like it or not, agree or disagree, that is just the reality of things. Is that there is no evidence that people played the Battle Frontier enough to make it interesting. Now, was it because of the fact that it wasn't as easily accessible as it is now for internet stuff? Is it because it was mostly single player? Is it because the way the Battle Frontier was designed? I don't know. But Battle Frontier was really fun, even though I never completed them. Exactly. And so if people don't complete it, then they're not going to want to make it. They can spend their money elsewhere. Especially since the games are just there to get you to buy merch. It is just the way it is. Though I don't disagree that post game is boring. I think the problem is they try to have a post game, but the post game is boring. Either have a post game that's interesting, engaging, and fun, or don't make one. Thoughts on Avowed? I haven't really paid too much attention to Avowed, so I'm going to be honest. It comes out soon, right? Set to release this fall. I haven't been paying too much attention to it. I'll see if people like it, and then I'll decide if I want to get it or not, probably. Post game is multiplayer. Multiplayer is for everybody. True. True. No, they also have that stupid task thing that you have to do in the Blueberry Academy to unlock the legendaries, which is absolutely asinine to play. I think Battlefront 2 would be better nowadays due to competitive team building being less of a grind. Fair. Fair. Oh! Did you guys hear? Oh, baby. Did you hear this yesterday? News dropped in the middle of stream. Life by You. Cancelled. Paradox's sim competitor gone. Dunzoed. It had been delayed a couple of times and then was canceled completely yesterday. And that wasn't a... And that was not a publisher Paradox thing. That was developed by Paradox. Not good. Sims keeps winning by doing absolutely nothing. That's not true. They release more DLCs than Paradox does. Never even heard about for the cancellation? Fair enough. Yeah, it was canceled. That is not... It's not great. It's not great, chat. Let's see. Games released by Paradox Studios in order. List of Paradox Interactive games. What the most recent? Right, we have Millennia, which is not doing well. Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines 2. Is that doing well? I don't know. Don't. Vampire Masquerade. Your account? No, it was in Dev Hell? Well, okay. Not very good. Age of Wonders 4. I mean, I didn't enjoy Age of Wonders 4 all that much. But how did that one do? How many players has it got going on right now? Oh, you know what? Actually, it's going all right. It's got 7,300 players for the 24-hour peak. 42,000 peak of all time. It's really kicked up in the last couple of days. Is there a DLC out? Did Age of Wonders get a DLC? Is that why? Yeah. Eldritch Realms Expansion of Mystic update out today. Alright. Fair enough. Let's just look for ones that... Okay, City Skylines 2. Star Trek Infinite. Empire of Sin. Surviving the Aftermath? How's Surviving the Aftermath doing? It's not good. It's not good for us Paradox players. I had a good laugh at Age of Wonders 4. They sponsored some big streamer, and then in the main menu, you could see he only owns first DLC that he also got sponsored for. Oof. Oof. Well, that's not a lot of average players. 147. It's been a lot of missions lately for good old Paradox. Yeah, I'm just looking at all of these, like Surviving Mars, Battletech, Age of Wonders Planetfall, Prison Architect Mobile, Steel Division Normandy 44, Tyranny City Skylines. Oh my god, it's been so long since they released. Wait, it's not even showing Crusader Kings 3. Hold on. Hold on, we're missing something here. Last place game became a real hit is Stellaris. Yeah. Vampire is in dev hell and worse. If it does ever release, it's going to be such a departure from the first one. It's going to be pale in comparison. Gotcha. Main games for Paradox doing great though. I don't know if that's true. I guess it depends on your definition. Okay, Kings 3 player count. Which player count isn't everything, obviously. But it's got 16,000, 24-hour peak. It's not quite where I would expect it to be for a game that released not too long ago. I've never played the first one, no. No, I have not. But I'm sure that they're still making decent money off of CK3. I mean, EU4 has more players right now than CK3 does. 20,000 24-hour peak, which isn't great. Well, it's not great for CK3. EU4 being like, what, 10, 11 years old? That's pretty good. And then Hoi 4's got more. Hoi 4 player count. Yeah, 47,000. That's how many people are playing Hoi 4. I don't get it. What? Why play Hoi 4? Do people just like World War II that much? Are the games that much shorter than EU4? Is it simpler in some way? I don't know. I've never really had a desire to play Hoi 4. Funny Mustache Man. It's got to be more than Funny Mustache Man. It's got to be. I have to believe in my heart of hearts. It's got to be more than that. You have much more control over battle. Oh, well, it is a war game, right? It is more of a war game than EU4. Not simpler, but war game and much shorter. Ah, gotcha. Lots of modding. You can knock out a game in one session, although a long one. Closer to present day. That's true. I mean, people do like World War II. I think people don't realize how not popular the other grand strategy games are compared to Hoi 4 and EU4. Yeah, but I'll tell you one game that blows them both out of the water. That's Civ 6, baby. Those guys got 82,000 people playing 24-hour peak. People love Civ 6. They love that thing. And it didn't even really get a boost in player count when they announced Civ 7. People love Civ 6. They have not tasted the drugs. The harder drugs that are Paradox grand strategy games. Hoi is also basically mission tree the game. The missions literally are always ticking away. So people like mission trees. Much as some people claim that people don't. They absolutely do. The Civ 6 have been trapped in the one more turn loop for years now. They need saving. Yeah, what are we going to do? We're going to save them by bringing them over to EU4? Really? No. We're just putting them into a different layer of hell. Let them have their one more turn. Maybe one day they'll finally reach the end. We save them by cutting the power. We cut their power. We cut their internet access. You're done. You're cut off. Go outside. Touch grass. No more. One more year loop. Yeah. I think the Civ game played the most by far was 1. I remember trying 5, although I did others. Still think 1 was the best. I don't know. I never played Civ 1. I have a hard time believing that Civ 1 would be the best, though, if they made 5 other ones and are making a 6th one. Or a sequel, I should say. You know? Are we in the one more Command War loop? We sure are. We sure are. Civ 2 was the best. Only played Civ 6 and Civilization Revolution, so I'm a Civ normie. Destroyed the servers? Oh, you don't need to do that for Civ. They do that on their own. Played along Caveman to Cosmos campaign with my friends. That was fun. I have no idea what that is. Civ 4 had the Doom stacks, but we have Doom stacks in EU4. Why do I want to go to that in Civ 4? But what is Caveman's to Cosmos? Sounds like a Minecraft mod pack. Oh, it is a mod pack for Civ. Well, there you go. Good month and a half total to get you through it? Ooh. Interesting. Did you just make the game longer? More in depth? Interesting. You had to organize meetings? Are we close to 2 hours of yapping? Oh my goodness! I didn't even realize. My bad. My bad, everybody, if you were here for DAK times. We will be getting to DAK, do not fear. I did not realize it had been almost 2 hours. I've been sitting up here, yapping. Bro, the Roman Senate has fallen at this point. Caesar's taken over. It's my fault. This amount of yapping could make DAK himself die of old age. No, surely not. Surely. It was an accounts league run. There you go. Good background noise for it. When you showed up, it was already over an hour. Who let this guy yap so much? You were talking to your sister being a yapper. Dog, she called me this morning. I had just woken up and she called me and she just started yapping about a dentist appointment, how she has to get her wisdom teeth removed. And I'm like, I just woke up. I don't care. I'm getting the game ready. Okay, you just come on down. We tell you to stop, you go on longer. I'm stubborn like a dwarf. Look, it's okay to yap, alright? If we're having a good time yapping, we're having a good time yapping. Oh, I've yapped too much. I'm sorry. Keep the yapping more. I apologized. Did I not? I didn't say I meant the apology. Show world map before starting DAK. Someone asked. Oh, yes. I know. That's someone being Morden wanted me to look at the world map. Let the yap out. Point. Ooh, why is my EU4 lagging? Whoa. Oh, now it's not lagging. Now I look like I'm crazy, dude. Now I look like I was just lying on the internet. It was lagging. It was like, it was going like 2 frames. There. See, we're back. Why do that? Why we do that? This is not good. This is, okay, you know what? Let's restart the game. And maybe that'll fix it. My storage isn't full, is it? It shouldn't be. I just checked it. Nope. We're good. Got plenty of storage. I guess that's the game being upset at me because I was yapping so much. It's like, I can't believe you abandoned me in my time of need. It's like my dog when I go around a corner. He's like, I've been abandoned. You've left me here to die, to starve, alone. Run an Anbennar game. Told the players there isn't a set story, just the world. They've been working for a